Hello everyone, welcome to Hari's Academy. Okay, so today we are going to learn about AMI. It is called as Amazon Machine Image. Okay, so we'll get started with the same topic. Now let's go to EC2 service. So what is AMI, right? This question might arise to you, what is AMI and why are we discussing about it? AMI is nothing but Amazon Machine Image. So whenever we are creating an EC2 instance, we are doing so many operations on top of it, like creating a web server, then trying to add some pages to it, right? So similar kind of operations, like suppose if you are trying to add more softwares into that particular EC2 machine, and if you are trying to have the same kind of setup done for multiple people, because in organizations what happens is like they will create an image of one particular settings like softwares which has to be installed. They'll create an image of it and then they will use the same image to create for multiple other systems, right? So that is the easier way to do it rather than doing the same setup which will be like you might miss out on some points. So what we can do is create an EC2 instance first, have all the softwares required in one machine done properly, and then create an image out of it, then use it for other systems. So that is how we are also going to do the same thing for AMI as for EC2 as well. So let us see in detail of it now. Okay. So now we know how to create an EC2 instance. There are two different ways or three different ways to do it. We will go with the launch template one. We have created a launch template earlier. If you want to have a reference of it, you can see it in the previous sessions. Now I have a launch template created, which is like to create an Ubuntu machine. Now I'll go and select this Ubuntu launch template. I'll go to actions and then click on launch instance from template. Now you can see all the values are being pre-populated. I have an Ubuntu instance, all the instances are 1 and the default AMI. So this is also an AMI. We have already seen this AMI earlier, but now you can see when I click on this drop down, I can see there are AMIs created by Amazon, right? So Amazon also has done the same thing. It has created some AMIs. It has installed some default softwares. Like whenever we try to install a system, right, we get default softwares like Internet Explorer and all the other different default options, right? The similar way, Amazon also has done the same thing for each and every machine. You can see different type of EC2 machines here in the different AMIs. And you can see there is one more thing called as my AMI, which is not having any data here right now. So because we haven't created any AMI of our own, right? And there is one more called as AWS Marketplace, from where also you can buy some other AMIs, right? So that way we have different options, but for now we are going for the default option which we selected for this template, which is Ubuntu machine, and it is of version 18.04. Now let's go to instance type. It will be the same as we don't want to spend any single rupee. So we will select t2.micro only here, as it is a free tier eligible. So remaining things like key pair and all everything, I'll keep it as it is. I'll keep the security groups also like SSH and HTTP. So all looks good, right? So I'll click on launch instance from template. So now what I have done, I have created an EC2 instance. Let me go and see in EC2 whether my instance is running or not. I'll click on running instances and I can see it will take 1 or 2 minutes to get into running. So till then I'll change the name to old, because we are going to create an image out of this old and we are going to create a new EC2 instance out of it. So we'll refresh it once again. Now you can see it is loading, so it is running. I'll give the name as old. Oh, I didn't save it, sorry, my bad. Now I'll click on this one and then this is the machine which I have created just now. So the regular process which we have done earlier, like setting up a web server and then trying to echo welcome to Ubuntu server, we'll do the same thing on it, and then we'll see if the same thing is getting reflected in the new EC2 instance which is going to be created on top of the AMI. So let us go to this login page. I'll go to Putty. I'll give the username as Ubuntu and then give the IP name. This would have been easier step now by now, because if you have done the practicals, it would have been easier now. So I'll go to connection, then SSH and auth, then I'll click on browse. I'll click on the demo key pair and then click on open. As it is for the first time, I will say yes to it. Now, as you all know, I can use clear command to clear the entire screen and come to the top. Now, what I can do, I'll have to be a super user or root user to have elevated permissions. So I can also check whether I am a root user or not by using who am I command. It says you are a root, so that way we are confirmed. Now what I'll do, like we have done earlier, apt-get, this is the command, update, which will list down all the softwares. Okay, so next what happens after this apt-get update, I'll install an Apache web server on top of it, and then we'll create a web page. Right now I'll go to clear. Okay, so now we are going to use install command, which is apt-get apt-get install. What we want to install, we have to install Apache 2, right? So let me install Apache 2 here. Now it will ask for confirmation. I'll say yes, and it will be installed now. So once the Apache server is installed, we know the place where we have all the HTML files created, right? The directory would be /var/www/html, right? Now I'll clear the screen again. I'll go to that particular folder, which is /var/www/html. Now if I do a list on this, I can see one HTML page which is already there. I don't want to use this HTML page, so I'll remove this file. I use rm for remove, rm index.html. I'll remove this file, and then if I want to create a new file or new web page, it is easier to do it using echo command. Echo, I'll give welcome to the Ubuntu server, and then to create a page, I can give greater than symbol and then say index.html. This is the page I have to create. I'll say yes. Now let me see if the page is now showing the value or not. I'll copy the IP address and see now welcome to Ubuntu server is being displayed. So the same thing I'll not do on the next system. I'll create an image of this particular EC2 machine and then try to see if the same thing is reflected in the new new EC2 machine or not, right? So let us quickly create a new EC2 machine, but for that we need to create an image of it. So right, so I'll click on this old one and then click on actions. In actions I have image and create image. When I click on this, I'll be able to create the image of what we have done till now. So the entire EC2 with all the web page, whatever we have installed, all the web all the index.html pages, everything will be copied and created as an image. Earlier we have seen launch templates which are similar to this, but it has only the configuration related details. So that will be in only KBs. But the data now, the EC2, it is having entire EC2 with all the softwares installed in it. So it will be in GBs. So that is the difference between these two. Now I'll click on create image and image, right? So now you can see the instance is already selected. I have to give the name of the image. I'll say it as my Ubuntu AMI, okay, and I can say this has the Ubuntu web server, okay. I'll write it this way, and then I'll select the default volume on top of it and then create image on top of it. Now the image request has been received. So what will happen when I click on this, right? I'll go to images and I'll see what is there in AMIs. Now the entire softwares, entire EC2 machine with all the softwares installed on top of it will be created as an image. Now you can see it will take some time to create an image here. And also I wanted to show you one more thing here. While creating an AMI, I will show you there is one more thing called as snapshots. Okay, so in this snapshots also you can see something is created, right, it will be like a backup for the AMI which we have created. So in case anything gets corrupted and all, this snapshot will have the backup of it, right? So this is also going to be created the moment we have created an AMI, right? And this will be stored on S3, which is a storage, simple storage service. We are going to discuss in more detail in the upcoming lectures on this. Okay, for now remember that this is AMI which is going to be created here, and along with that a snapshot is also getting created here. Okay, now let me go to EC2 here, go to dashboard. Now let me go to launch instance again and then try to create a new instance. Now when I'm trying to launch instance, I'll go to launch template again and then try to use this launch template and then go to actions and launch instance from the template. Now everything will be same except one thing, which is AMI. Now I'm not going to use the default AMI which is given by Amazon. Now I'll go with the AMI which I have created, right? So I'll scroll down a little bit and then I'll see, like in my AMIs, earlier it was not having any value here. Now I can see the my Ubuntu AMI which I have just created. I'll click on this and remaining things I'll keep it as it is. Then I'll go and click on launch instance from template. So now what should happen, right? What is the expectation now? Now I have created an EC2 machine first. Now I have created a Linux or Ubuntu EC2 machine and I have installed Apache, right? And then I have created a web page which says welcome to Ubuntu server, correct? So now the same thing I have created as an image. Now this is created as an AMI, and using this same AMI, what I have done, I have created another Ubuntu EC2. So now by default all the values which are there here, like all the installation of Apache and then web server, web page and all, everything should be applicable here, right? Because I am using the same AMI. Let us see if it is working the same way or not. Let me go to EC2 again. Now I'll see whether my instance has been launched or not. Now it is running, so I'll name it as new. This is the new instance. So these are the tags which are going to help us a lot to differentiate whether this is an old instance or new instance, because I can have multiple, I can have more than 10 instances also, right? So that way I have given earlier one as old and now new one as new. Let me now log into this particular IP, or let me just try to directly open this in the browser. Now you can see I have not done anything like installing Apache or installing all the softwares, doing the changes to that index.html. Still I can see that welcome to Ubuntu server is there the similar way which we have done it for old server, right? So that way you can see like whatever is there on the old system, the same softwares are there in your new system as well now. That way you can create multiple number of instances with the same image. So this is going to be very helpful when you have a big organization where you have to set up laptops for multiple people, many people of the same configuration. That way you can go for AMI and then you can go for all those setup easily. So once create a AMI once and then use it for creating multiple instances on top of it. Now, so now it is verified. I'll still try to open a new putty also and then try to see if that is the same thing here also, right? It is already verified, but just I'm trying to do a double verification here. Let me open it here. Okay. Now what is this IP address? I'll copy this. I'll quickly go to Ubuntu IP address, go to SSH, auth, browse, and then I'll go with my demo key pair, then open it, and then I'll go to sudo su. I'll go to cd/var/www/html. I'll see what is the file present over here. It is index.html. Now I'll try to read the file. I can use use cat command to read a HTML file or any file. I'll do this and I can see the same thing which is there. Welcome to Ubuntu server. So it is a double verification which we have done. That way we are confirming like whatever we have created in the first machine, the same it is reflecting in the second machine as well. right? Now once this is confirmed, what we have to do now, we have to roll back the changes. Why we have to do this? Because it is a free tier account. I don't want to end up paying amount by not taking care of it. There was an instance where people have created some RDS instances and then they haven't rolled back the changes. That is where they had to pay almost $1,000 of penalty to it, right? So that way we should not end up in that. So that is the reason I always do a cleanup activity. So whatever instances I have created, I will terminate those instances. So I'll terminate this and also this, old and new. So once I have terminated this, what I have to do, I have to go to AMI, because AMI is one thing which I have created. Now I'll click on AMI and then go to actions. Then I'll go to deregister. I'll click on continue. So that is gone now. One more thing we are missing here, which is snapshots. I told you a snapshot is a backup of AMI. So this is also one thing which we have to delete it. Otherwise what will happen, this is a separate charges which is going to be attached to your billing. So this is stored on S3 and it is also chargeable. So I'll go to actions and then delete. Now we have cleaned our slate completely. We don't have any running instances right now. We don't have any AMIs right now, and also we don't have any snapshots right now. That way we are ensuring like whatever we have created, we have cleaned it completely. I hope the topic is clear to you guys. In case you have any queries, feel free to reach out to me on the comment section. I would be really happy to help you guys, and also do this demo. This as a new assignment for you guys. I'll see you guys in the next session. Thank you so much for watching.